Hello everyone, I'm Lieutenant Ryan Flood, PIO with the Greenville County Sheriff's Office. This critical incident community briefing will provide you with information about a use of force incident involving a dog bite, which ultimately resulted in the suspect being admitted into the hospital. The incident occurred at 510 Sumter Street on April 28, 2019. In a moment, you will see relevant video footage and photographs. You will hear radio transmissions along with audio recordings and learn of additional evidence that will help provide an accurate overview of what we have learned occurred during the incident. The GCSO Office of Professional Standards conducts very thorough investigations pertaining to cases involving the use of force, and these investigations may require our team of investigators to conduct multiple interviews, view hours of video and audio recordings, and potentially analyze forensic evidence. It is important to note that our understanding and determination of the incident may change as new information is brought forth and new evidence is discovered. Consistent with all incidents involving a deputy's use of force, we do not draw any conclusions about whether the deputy's actions were consistent with our policies and in accordance with the law until the investigation has been thoroughly completed. A brief disclaimer: the content you're about to see and hear may be disturbing to some viewers. When deputies are put in a position that requires them to use physical force to effect an arrest or defend against an attack, the actions can be graphic and difficult to watch. In addition, the language heard in this video might be viewed as strong and offensive. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, I'm Captain Tim Brown of the Greenville County Sheriff's Office, Office of Professional Standards. I will be providing you with a brief summary on a use of force incident involving the K-9 deployment. The incident began at 19 Columbia Avenue, lot number 5 in Greenville. The apprehension efforts stem from a previous incident that occurred the day before on April 27, 2019. During that incident, a K-9 officer attempted to pull over a moped. The stop was initiated by the same K-9 officer involved in the video you will see today and began when the deputy observed a blue and black moped displaying an improper motor vehicle tag. After activating his blue lights and siren, the driver of the moped increased his speed and fled in an effort to avoid being pulled over. Moments later, the deputy lost sight of the driver. Here's the dash cam footage from that attempted traffic stop. Throughout the remainder of the shift and on April 28th, deputies worked to identify the driver, and from their investigation, they believed him to be 47-year-old Kevin Leroy Scott White, who, according to the National Crime Information Center, was wanted out of the state of Florida for a violation of probation. On April 28th and around 2:40 p.m., deputies who were on patrol in the Riverside community were looking for Mr. White when they observed a subject on a blue and black moped. Pulling to the yard of 19 Columbia Avenue, the subject matched the description provided by the K-9 officer. Upon noticing the deputies, the subject abandoned the moped and ran into a nearby woodline. The K-9 officer familiar with Mr. White was called to the area where he immediately began a K-9 track on the subject. K-9 tracks are used but not limited to attempting to pick up a subject scent in an effort to locate. In this particular case, the subject's immediate location after he ran into the woodline was unknown. Therefore, the assistance of a K-9 was requested. When the K-9 officer first arrived in the area, he stopped and picked up another deputy to assist with the K-9 track. They then drove to the last known sighting of the subject, 19 Columbia Avenue, lot number 5. In a moment, you will see video captured from the body-worn camera. Body-worn cameras are used by all officers assigned to field duties. They are typically worn at chest level and give a general perspective of what was within the camera's field of view. Here's a K-9 officer's body cam capturing the incident as it unfolds.
Where's the moped?
Back at his house. He crashed here right behind his mama's house.
I need to start there. I need to start there.
Okay. My car's over there. I'm just gonna come join you.
All right. I'm going to mama's house to the moped to start. This son of a bitch, man. 5/25 of 71. Kevin Leroy White. He's wanted full X out of Florida. Fulegi. Fulegi. Fulegi.
He ain't got no gun or nothing either, man.
He's getting dog bit. Off. This son of a bitch is fucking over. Kevin Leroy White, you're under arrest. Come out. You're gonna get bit by a police dog. Sukin. Stay on me, Kyle. He had to have gone right through there. Who is?
His gloves. He had gloves on.
Where are they at? Mickey.
Then he started cutting behind the trailers. I cut down that road on Park Street, that next street.
Hold up.
So, I didn't see him come out. Okay, where's your car at? Down there. You'll help them with the bridge.
In the next moment, the canine locates the subject at 510 Sumter Street, lot number 2. The subject was hiding under the front porch with his body partially inside a dishwasher unit. Upon locating the suspect, the canine initially engaged by biting the subject's left side of his abdomen. As the canine officer attempted to pull back and extract the canine, he briefly lost his footing, causing the leash to loosen. The dog then re-engages and bites on top of the subject's head. The canine officer then gives his dog commands to release as the other deputies assist in taking him into custody.
Everybody watch my corners for me. Make sure people don't come out. Get out, Kevin! Come out now! Mickey! Off! Foy! Mickey! Off! Foy! Off! Mickey! Off!
Put your hands up.
Foy! Off! Foy! Off! Off! Let me back up. Mickey. Off. Kevin, you're under arrest, partner. To A. Tell him we need 51 fast.
1051 is the 10 code for medical assistance requests for EMS. After deputies successfully took the subject into custody, they located 1.8 grams of crystal methamphetamine inside the subject's front right side pant pocket. The subject was confirmed as 47-year-old Kevin Leroy Scott White of Greenville. During the next several minutes, deputies tended to White's injuries by providing him with first aid until EMS arrived on scene. EMS transported Mr. White to the hospital where staff made the decision to admit him for the necessary treatment of the bites and injuries to the side of his body and head. Mr. White was discharged from the hospital on April 29th and transported to the Greenville County Detention Center for processing. He was charged with the possession with intent to distribute methamphetamine, failure to stop for blue lights, resisting arrest, failure to register a vehicle, driving under suspension, and reckless driving. The state of Florida declined to extradite Mr. White on their respective probation violation charges.
Like all use of force complaints, the investigators within our Office of Professional Standards investigate the facts, review video evidence, and conduct multiple interviews to determine whether or not the deputies acted in accordance with policy and within the scope of the law. In addition, the South Carolina State Law Enforcement Division was requested to investigate whether or not an excessive use of force was administered during this case. If you would like further information on the Greenville County Sheriff's Office use of force policy, please visit our website at gcso.org and click on the Use of Force General Order found under the Resources tab. Thank you for taking the time to view this critical incident community briefing.